Right now, a person is wanted for a crime on Madison's northeast side, while the victim says what they did is personal, and a request is approved. Afghan refugees and their families will soon be on their way to the Badger State. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Well, a family on Madison's northeast side wants you to recognize this person, who they believe not only vandalized their property once, but twice. Adam Duxter explains why they feel this was a targeted crime.
We're not afraid. We're not intimidated. I mean, more than anything, it's kind of sad almost.
For Jared Kunick, waking up this week to this video,
Trying to steal the entire flag,
was the final straw.
This person sees these things out here and thinks that, you know, they're just so offended, or they're so... I don't know what exactly the thought process is.
In a back and forth he says has gone on long enough, starting when his family put up 2 flags on their porch, one for pride and the second with the words Black Lives Matter.
It was the end of June of this year, and then that's when they're stolen for the first time.
That's when Kunick invested in security cameras.
I just got some cable wire, and I just attached to the front porch.
And a little more reinforcement. But even still, it wasn't enough.
Came up, they cut him off with a knife and walked off with them, and it just seemed, I don't know, really cowardly.
And just after 4 a.m. Wednesday morning, those cameras caught someone initially attempting to rip and then eventually cutting the flags down.
And I think it was immediately kind of just shock that like someone would go to that length to take the flags.
Kunick says he's filed a report with the Dane County Sheriff's Office, but says really more than anything, what he would like is a chance to talk to the person responsible.
So I don't mind the fact that the flags were stolen, but you know what's the end game? Like why do you feel the need to do these kind of things, or why do you feel that way?
Today,
He just snipped them off.
he's holding on to what's left and says despite what's happened, he and his family aren't going to be deterred.
I just want him to know that we're not afraid. We're not backing down.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
The family says they've already got plans to put up 2 new flags. In the meantime, they're asking for help taking a look at that security footage. Anyone with information is asked to call the Dane County Tips line. That number is 608-284-6900. It's right on your screen right now. Well, if you know anyone in the northeastern part of the country, you might want to check them out tonight. Hurricane Henri is expected to make landfall in the area like Long Island by late tomorrow morning. Local leaders are urging caution and asking everyone to be prepared.
Residents in counties west of Worcester to the New York border late Sunday into Monday may find roads that are impassable due to fallen power lines, tree debris, and flooding.
Wherever you live, even if you don't normally lose power in a storm, you should be prepared to deal with the possibility that you could lose power in some areas for possibly an extended period of time.
Well, it's been a long time since there was a hurricane in the region. Long Island hasn't had one make landfall since Gloria back in 1985, while New England hasn't seen one since Bob in 1991. Well, speaking of the weather, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with Austin Kopinski.
And I do have to say it is a good call. If you know anyone out in the New England area, of course, just give them a ring. Never could hurt to just check up on some friends and family. And outside here today, especially in the afternoon hours, it really turned into a fantastic end of the day. But early this morning, we saw quite a few rain showers and even some weaker thunderstorms moving through. Thankfully, most of the afternoon and evening hours did end up drying things out. 70 degrees as of right now here in Madison, a north-northwesterly breeze of just 8 miles per hour. I can feel that breeze right now, and it's a little bit cooler than some of these last few nights. So we're in for a little bit of a cooler night, but still very nice overall with a low expected of about 60 degrees. Current temperatures, we're at 70 in Madison, but notice how a lot of our northwestern communities are quite a bit cooler than that. Black River Falls all the way down to around 56. And again, it's only about 10 p.m., so Black River Falls likely to get a little bit cooler here overnight as well. Dew points are also going to drop for tomorrow, so it's not going to be nearly as muggy as what we saw today. Already starting to see them drop into the 50s for a lot of spots. And the Doppler track shows the last of those showers moving out of our area. So we're looking good to go here for the rest of our night. Mostly sunny or mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. 60 degrees for that low temperature, but we are expecting quite a few chances for some showers and storms in this extended forecast, and I'll have details on when to expect those coming up in a moment.
Thanks so much, Austin. New tonight, the Department of Defense has approved a request to temporarily house Afghan refugees at Fort McCoy here in Wisconsin. The base will provide housing, sustainment, and support for some Afghans applying for special immigration visas, as well as their families. A spokesperson says full details are still being worked out and didn't provide a time frame for how soon those first refugees could arrive. Fort McCoy has said their arrival will not affect military training. Well, refugees aren't only heading to Wisconsin. The Pentagon says they're also going to be sent to Fort Bliss in Texas and Fort Lee in Virginia. Officials say the U.S. could take as many as 150,000 refugees. President Biden is expected to give an update on the evacuation mission tomorrow afternoon. Well, U.S. citizens in Afghanistan were told to avoid traveling to the airport in the capital of Kabul today. The U.S. Embassy put out a safety warning this morning. The Pentagon's press secretary says that the U.S. is trying to get its people out as fast as possible. And then check this out. U.S. teams evacuating Americans and Afghans as they jump into action today after a pregnant woman went into labor aboard an Air Force plane. Military officials say the woman went into labor during the flight. The baby girl and her mother are now in a German medical facility and said to be in good condition tonight. Well, there have been many people reaching out asking how they can help with the situation in Afghanistan. For those looking to donate, the BBB has some reminders. If you're donating online, make sure that the website has that HTTPS before the name and a lock symbol. They also recommend paying with credit, not debit, and get a receipt. They say to be sure to do your research on the charity you're looking into and don't rush into it. Well, we're following a developing story out of Beloit. A man was shot dead last night on Fayette Avenue on the city's north side. The death is being investigated as a homicide. Police haven't said what led up to that shooting, but they say the victim was taken to a nearby hospital where he later passed away. He has not been identified, and Beloit police are now asking anyone with information to call the number on the bottom of your screen. Well, while police were investigating that deadly shooting, shots were fired about 1.5 miles away, right by Riverside Park. Police say a woman was shot there, but is expected to be okay. Officers believe both of these shootings are related, and nobody is in custody. Well, burglaries, car thefts, and break-ins, that's what a group on the west side of Madison wants leaders to do something about. They met this morning at Elver Park to share why they're fed up with the crime and demanded that the city step up. But Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says that most crimes, with the exception of stolen cars, are actually down from last year. That comes when policing his officers, they can only do so much.
There's times in this city where we're busy with priority calls and we can't get to some of those smaller non-priority calls. That's when we need to establish a community where everyone is a police officer and everyone works towards the good of the community.
We did ask Chief Barnes if there's any concerns with people intervening with what they consider to be suspicious activity. He said there wasn't, because people will be paying attention to the behavior and not the people themselves. Well, nearly 1 year after Jacob Blake was shot 7 times in the back by Kenosha police, family, friends, and activists are still calling for justice. Monday is 1 year since the shooting. People gathered on the streets of Kenosha today to reflect on the progress made since the incident. The officer who shot Blake, Rustin Chesky, has been cleared by the district attorney and since returned to work. Blake is paralyzed from the waist down. Well, turning to our virus headlines, Reverend Jesse Jackson and his wife are both hospitalized after testing positive for COVID-19. Jackson is 79 years old and his wife Jacqueline is 77. The couple was vaccinated back in January. Jackson was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease back in 2017. Well, if you want to see an upcoming show at the Bartell Theater, you're going to need to bring more than just the ticket you purchased. The Downtown Madison Theater says it's now requiring each of its audience members to show proof of vaccination at the door. Everyone in attendance will also have to wear a mask throughout the show. The theater says it's trying to make an aggressive push to keep everyone safe at their indoor venue as the Delta variant remains on the rise.
We wanted to try to be an example. Even if we are a smaller venue in town, we wanted to be able to set that example and show that, you know, events from as large as Summerfest or the Alliance Center here in town, or even down to the Bartell Theater and our resident community theater companies, we're all going to try to take this seriously and try to reopen safely as things start to kind of ramp up COVID-wise again.
Right now, the county's mask mandate requires each of the performers to wear a mask throughout the show. This current rule has some in the arts community frustrated, but so far the Madison-Dane County Public Health is sticking with this rule. But yesterday, we got a chance to speak with a director from the Bartell Theater who says his upcoming September show would be canceled if the current mask mandate does not change. You can check out that full story by going to our website, channel3000.com. Well, in less than 48 hours, the FDA is expected to give full approval of Pfizer's COVID vaccine. Pfizer had set an unofficial deadline of approval by Labor Day, which is just 2 weeks away. The approval could boost the country's vaccination campaign by convincing more unvaccinated Americans that the shot is safe and effective. Well, when that shot does get full approval, we'll have team coverage on air and online on channel3000.com. You can be the first to know when this happens by downloading our Channel 3000 News app. Doctors are seeing an increase in COVID-related hospital visits, but they say trips to the ICU have actually gone down. According to the state's Department of Health, only about 30% of COVID patients over the past 2 weeks were admitted to the ICU. UW's health director, Jeff Pothoff, says that's because people aren't waiting to go to the hospital and more people are getting vaccinated.
Most people start to get worried about their breathing before they're that sick. People have different thresholds for like, wow, I think I'm getting sick. I should go to the hospital.
Doctors also say while breakthrough infections are on the rise, they typically are mild and they rarely require intensive care. Well, it's almost time to jump around. Coming up at 10, we're going to hear from some fans filing into Camp Randall this morning as UW prepares for fans back in the stands this year. Plus, a national forest in Minnesota is closing for at least a week. The latest after the break.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR financing for 60 months, plus $750 TFS APR cash on a new 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier. I will always be ready
for every storm and disaster that threatens my community. I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Sunday, we hear from Chef Paul at Willie Street Co-op on what's needed to cook easy meals in your kitchen. And Julian will have your Sunday morning forecast. Join us Sunday morning at 6:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, we are just 2 short weeks away from this. Tens of thousands of people jumping around inside Camp Randall for Badger football. After a week where it felt like we were moving backwards in this pandemic, UW moved forward with its plans to make this a reality. Christina Laurie has more.
The Badgers are back.
I've got my season tickets.
And so are their fans.
Live close enough to walk, so hopefully be able to get some friends together, have a good time, and be able to go watch the Badgers get some W's.
For the first time in 17 months, real-life people, not just players, are back inside Camp Randall for a sporting event.
I just came to Madison last year, and we weren't allowed to do anything, so I'm really excited to get back in person and see them play.
This season, all ticketed fans are required to wear masks inside.
There are some concerns, and UW is doing what they can to prevent an outbreak from happening.
They're encouraged to wear them outdoors, too. Doctors say that'll help make sure fans get to see a full season. And by the looks of the annual red-white scrimmage,
I'm just looking forward to the Badgers having another fine season.
It's already looking that way. Hundreds of fans got a preview this Saturday. Students, alumni, possible future Badgers.
I just like watching people doing really long throws and really good plays.
The 2021 season kicks off in 2 weeks against Penn State, but some fans already have their eye on another opponent.
I'm looking forward to us beating Notre Dame.
Beating last year's 4-3 record and staying ahead of the coronavirus, too, as fans and players prepare for what they hope will be a full winning season. At Camp Randall, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
When fans do return to Camp Randall next month, they're going to have to wear a mask indoors. But some other college football programs are a little bit more strict. Both Oregon and Oregon State say that fans over the age of 12 must either show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test to attend the games this fall. The Ducks and the Beavers are the first Power 5 schools to make that requirement. Well, 238 students no longer enrolled at the University of Virginia after they didn't comply with the school's vaccine mandate. The UVA is requiring all of its students who live, learn, or work at the university to get fully vaccinated for the start of the semester. But the school says that most of the students disenrolled didn't even enroll for classes this fall, less than a quarter that they had planned to taking these courses. Well, if your child is in the Madison School District, they're going to get a free meal this entire school year. The district says that students will get meals under the USDA's Summer Seamless Option Program. Every student under 18 years or younger is eligible to get the breakfast or lunch. You can find out more about the program, including menus and what mealtime will look like this year, by going to Madison School District's website. Well, a major section of the Superior National Forest in Minnesota is being closed off for at least a week due to an active fire, extreme droughts, and limited resources. The area being closed is the Boundary Waters Canoe Area. The closure will last until at least next Friday, but could be extended. Officials haven't said what the closure means for people already in the park. Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky.
And I'm sure you've seen this graphic before behind me over the last few months, and we're still in that moderate drought phase. But again, where we were just mentioning, that's where we're seeing these reds and even deep reds. So we're talking severe and even, unfortunately, extreme drought in some parts of northern Minnesota. So really struggling up there. We're still struggling a bit here with that moderate drought. We're still 9 inches behind where we should be here for this time of the year, but after you see this extended forecast, we still do have plenty of rain chances. Tonight's not one of them, however, as we are looking to stay dry. Pretty nice out there and actually staying very calm here for tonight, but lots of sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures will bounce right back up here for the start of this next week. We're talking the upper 80s here even on Monday after a little bit of a cooler day tomorrow, and that's going to bring some more chances for showers and thunderstorms. Current temperatures down to 70 in Madison. Quite a bit cooler here up to our northwest. Black River Falls down to 55 degrees as of right now. A lot of other communities a little bit warmer here towards Janesville and Watertown, both checking in at about 72. Now you look at our dew points and they are dropping. We're going to see these dew points remaining in the 50s for tomorrow. So generally what we're seeing here up to our northwest, this is likely what we're going to actually see here for tomorrow. And the dew points have been in the 60s, even upper 60s and low 70s. So a little bit of a change of pace for tomorrow, but it's really going to spell good news here for us overall. So with now we're seeing the cooler temperatures. Tomorrow's high 80 degrees, but then notice how they really jump right back up, almost like a flip of a switch here on Monday, 87, Tuesday 88, Wednesday 87 again. Then we're looking to cool things down towards the end of this forecast as well. Now, rain chance is about 30% chance for both Monday and Tuesday. We do bump that up here a little bit on Friday. That looks to be our chance to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms for the most part. Most of these days, however, likely going to stay dry for the majority of the days, but there will be parts and times of each day that has a potential to see a passing shower or even a weaker thunderstorm. Doppler track showing the last of the showers from earlier today moving out, and that's good news right there, as we are looking again to see partly cloudy to even mostly clear skies for tonight. That paves the way for a lot of sunshine tomorrow, but again, lots of rain chances in this forecast. It looks a lot more dreary than it's really going to be because we're still going to see quite a bit of some sunshine on most of these days. For example, tomorrow we have a chance to see a shower or so in the morning, a chance at the end of the day to see a shower, but most of the daytime hours tomorrow still looking to stay dry, or rather on Monday. Sunday, we're not going to see any rain. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine. It'll be beautiful. But Monday, that's exactly the pattern that we're falling in this week. Just that chance to see a shower here and there, but most of the day will still stay dry.
See, someone like myself that's not very smart would just look at that 7-day forecast and just be like, oh my gosh, the rain's going to be nonstop. But it's good to know that at least, you know, for the majority of the day, we're looking at some pretty decent weather.
That's right. And we're not expecting severe weather at least through Monday as of right now. So we're looking pretty good on that front. But you're right. It looks a lot more aggressive than what it really is coming here for this next week.
Well, it was looking pretty beautiful today, and especially at Lambeau Field. The Packers got after it this afternoon in their second preseason game. We're going to have highlights and post-game reaction coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
New jets, new yachts, new hobbies. The ultra-rich got ultra-richer during the pandemic because Republicans in Congress have been working for them, protecting loopholes for tax-dodging billionaires instead of helping working people who'd benefit from a fair share tax plan that Republicans are trying to block. And Ron Johnson's one of them. The rich don't need new jets, but Wisconsin does need a new senator. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Can you get this? I don't have my wallet.
Oh, really? It's funny how that always happens.
Yeah, it's funny.
With BMO Harris, you don't need your wallet. You can get money from any BMO ATM using your phone.
Uh-oh, looks like someone can buy their own tacos.
You could also pay them back with Zelle.
So many ways for you to pay.
Awesome.
Order for BMO.
Ooh, tacos, banking. Some things are made to be mobile.
That feeling you get when your phone is your wallet. That's the BMO effect. And right now, open a new BMO Harris account online in just 5 minutes.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Yee, classic beef and cheddar hot. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
I'm so glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yes, thank you. That was fast.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen, or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a tow and rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
When the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County launched their back-to-school supplies drive, News 3 Now wanted to help and took action right away. And you responded. Thank you for your generosity. News 3 Now, taking action where our community needs it most.
32 Packers not dressing out for the second preseason game with the Jets. Among them, Jordan Love, still battling that shoulder injury. Now, regardless of who's under center and that it's the preseason, Packers looking for redemption after last week. And you can't forget the added layer of competition with Matt LaFleur going up against his brother and good friend. Kurt Benkert taking over today. He hands it off to Kylan Hill, who scores the first touchdown of the game. The Packers, they battled back another time in the first half, but the Jets, they make use of their possession. They score again before the break, and they just don't let up. Jets win this one 23-14, but after the game, there was plenty of praise coming from LaFleur about his brother and how memorable this week has been.
It was a lot of fun, not only to see him, but watch him coach and watch him lead their offense, both in practice and then watching him out there today. I mean, I was taking a lot of notes, both, on both sides of the ball, things that we could do better and things that I thought that potentially their offense could do better. So we'll sit down and we'll share those, because ultimately I want him to have as much success as we've been able to accomplish here.
Game 2 for the Brewers and Nationals crew, hoping to even up the series and get their 75th win of the season. Player of this game, easily Christian Yelich. Nats take a 2-run lead in the first, but Yelich answers deep center. That's his 7th home run of the season. But now let's fast forward to the 8th inning. Crew up 5-4, bases loaded with 1 out, and Yelich delivers in the grandest way. That's right, a grand slam. He finishes the day with 6 RBI, and the Brewers give Craig Counsell a pretty awesome birthday present. 9-6 is the final. They're going to go for that series win tomorrow with a special guest throwing out the first pitch, Bobby Portis. And the stakes are high for forward Madison. As the Mingos enter the final months of the regular season, every game matters, especially tonight's with North Texas. Mingos battling for 3rd place in their standings. Well, best way to get there, score, and score early. Ryan Sierkowski up front with a gorgeous header. Forward Madison takes that early lead. Impressive goaltending by Phil Brano. He keeps the North Texas scoreless. Now, this game ends up getting pretty chippy close to halftime. A couple of yellow cards are handed out to both teams, but in full time, match ends in a draw. Round 2 of the Boeing Classic. Jerry Kelly starts the day off with a birdie, but that won't be his last on the front 9. On 6A, a gorgeous tee shot helps set up another birdie. Kelly sliding up and down the leaderboard most of this round, but he finishes the day 2 shots off the lead and tied for 4th. And from Camp Randall to the Fieldhouse, the Badgers are definitely back, and so are fans. Plenty showing up for Wisconsin's annual red-white scrimmage this afternoon, which is pretty much the unofficial start to the volleyball season. But before the scrimmage got underway, a presentation took place in honor of last year's team. And now there are 2 new banners hanging in the rafters, 2020 Big Ten champions and 2020 national semifinalists. The season is just around the corner. The 2nd-ranked Badgers will host the Big Ten Big 12 Challenge next weekend, with their first game coming against TCU on Friday. Now, I know we got the chance, to talk about it and stuff. That was my first time at the Fieldhouse. Just like the energy, the loudness, everything, having fans back. It's just going to make for a very exciting upcoming season.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say, so a little story time. my wife played for Kent State, which is a smaller school, and they actually got to go play at the Fieldhouse for her freshman year. And
that is so cool.
She said, unbelievable, hands down, for anyone that played volleyball in Wisconsin growing up. That is the place to be if you're a volleyball player. So pretty cool to see it packed again.
Exactly. Yep. So it'll be an exciting season coming up.
Thanks so much, Jordan. And we're going to be right back after this break.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
The open road is waiting. Well-qualified lessees can sign and drive this 2021 Equinox LT for around $350 in a month, or make no monthly payments for 90 days on most 2021 Equinox models when you purchase.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Are your taste buds ready for Madison Magazine's Summer Taste Tour? Starting August 1st through the 21st, tour the city of Madison to restaurants, breweries, distilleries, and wineries to sample and participate in Madison Magazine's scavenger hunt. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for a map of participating businesses and scavenger hunt details. Madison Magazine Summer Taste Tour, August 1st to the 21st. Taste the goodness. Sponsored by Schuster's Farm. Come out for Blooms and Butterflies starting August 6th. Live music, beer, wine, and taco cart. Visit SchustersFarm.com for tickets.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Pick up this month's Madison Magazine to celebrate our 40th annual Best of Madison winners. Get to know Forward Madison FC's colorful head coach. And visit Jefferson County food stands for a taste of summer. Madison Magazine on newsstands now. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
How local schools are using federal pandemic aid, Monday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And right now, one final look at your 10-day forecast. We do have a lot of sunshine expected for tomorrow, but Monday, a chance of showers or storms, much of the same on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Friday, I do think we have a little bit of a better chance to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms.
Well, that's all we have for tonight's show. Thanks so much for tuning in, Madison.